Hey, everybody, how's it going? We're back. And with me tonight, as always, I have my lovely co-host, Mina.
Hello, my beautiful hauntlings.
Alas, Filia is not feeling well, so she cannot join us. But we do have a special guest tonight. His name's Hojo, and he is in the process of making his own comic. But I will let him describe more of that to you in just a moment. How you doing, dude?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Brad's just like, finally, dorks. Man, he's been chomping at the bit for this interview.
He's not the only one.
He might be more excited about this interview than you are.
Yeah,
Possibly.
it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Sorry I had to cancel on everybody last weekend.
Oh, you're good,
fine.
man.
That's fine. How are you doing, Brad? Furberries is here with us, and a couple of what do we call it? Cleanup? That's not right. A couple of business things here. Make sure you like the stream. Check out our guest. I'm going to put the links in the chat and I'm going to pin it at the top.
If you don't like the stream, we're gonna make sure you step on a Lego every morning when you wake up.
Now that's just mean. That's just mean. Um,
I no longer wish death upon my enemies. That's just the fate that I wish upon them.
I, I, mm, my feet are hurting now. Thank you.
I have done my job. Interview's over, guys. Later.
No, no, no.
I
Um,
think I think I just gotten engaged in my personality to know that
Yeah, I like
he's
it. I
being
dig
funny.
it. I dig it. I dig
okay.
it.
There's the link to his website, his Twitter, and the comic. Number
Seriously,
one of the
guys.
mythicals. And
Seriously, guys. You should definitely check it out. That artwork is sick.
it is dope, man.
And
Um,
that's one heck of a deal.
and yeah, it is. It's really, really awesome looking. Not really bad prices on this either. It's sort of like and this is just from my looking over stuff because I could be totally out of base. It's sort of like an X-Men cross horror.
Yeah, kind of. It's like people people. It's like I describe it. It's an elevator pitch. It's do you remember Wildcats from the '90s?
Yes.
Like from Image, it's like Wildcats mixed with like Buffy the Vampire Slayer with like a little X-Files like conspiracy layered in. It's just like I really lean in. I got a lot of these horror vibes, and like the villains are just.
Some of
I mean, they're
the
terrifying.
Again, I'm just scrolling through the artwork real quick, and as you're like describing it, I'm like scrolling through the pictures, and I can see literally all the inspirations as I'm scrolling through. So it's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah,
some of it
yeah.
reminds me of Helsing. I don't know why. Just hits me as
It's gonna be a
Helsing.
fun ride because I'm like a big fan of history and like mythology and like fantasy stuff. So, like, I get a big sandbox to just play like worldwide. We can like world hop to different places and look for these artifacts
That's
and
great.
That's
stuff like
awesome.
that. These cool missions, and then you got the wise cracking guy with the pistols. Like, let's fucking go.
Oh, I have to remember what my password is for Indiegogo. I can't remember right now. Um, Hi, Dexter. It's been a while.
Dexter.
What's up, man?
So, I need to go back a little bit because we kind of jumped into the comic book really quick there.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to back up just a bit. And you said you primarily do the writing and somebody else does the artwork, which is fine. No big deal. But what brought you into bringing the superheroes mixed into the horror?
I mean, I was just a big comic fan, and like I just had a, I had a, I was overseas one time, and I had this thing like, what if there was like a, instead of just a bunch of soldiers, just a bunch of like monsters sent out here just to take care of some bad guys. Boom, bam, and then it just evolved from there.
That's amazing.
And so like I was just a big comic fan. I was with a guy who was an artist, and we came up with a few rough ideas, and we are gonna submit to this comic company called CrossGen. And when we come back, they came from overseas. They were out of business, so we parted
Ah,
ways. We
Oh,
parted ways, and we went. Life happens. Like I said, life happens. Kids
yeah.
put
Um,
dreams on hold, and then comics become substandard, and then the horror genre used to rule the roost in the '50s, and they made the comics code to shut the horror comics down, like Seduction of the Innocent,
yeah.
like this book, yeah. Uh, and so we're just gonna bring it back. Like there's been a lot of horror stuff coming out lately that don't get enough love, but they should. I can rattle off a bunch.
I,
Like Mandy Summers just launched Jack the Ripper Vampire Hunter last night with the guy who did one of these covers, the Peter Gilmore cover.
mm,
When you scroll down on the campaign, you'll know what I'm talking about. He's got the
yeah,
knife.
yeah.
It's fucking dope.
so when does the comic go live?
It's live, baby.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
nice.
live.
Funded in
It's
13 hours. We got 13 issues,
which
and
is
in 13
amazing.
days, I made 4K.
That's awesome, bro. So
And
how does
And
somebody go? How does someone go buy it exactly?
you go to
Do
the
they go?
Indiegogo website right there. You go to there, you make an account, you log in, and you buy it.
Nice.
I even got a Spinal Tap cover. That's why I call it None Blacker. I don't know if you've seen Spinal Tap.
Yeah, because I was looking at the tiers, and I saw the one that shows up best of both worlds, and I'm like, might have to get that.
I got to get down a little bit further to get that close with the Spinal Tap black cover.
Like None Blacker. That's what they were talking about, like the Black Album or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Spinal Tap is like, it's so black, it's None Blacker. And he's from Britain, so I mean, what the fuck?
That's awesome.
Yeah. But like the big box or whatever, it's like $65. You get everything plus this fucking cool glow in the dark bookmark.
I
But on the
saw
back of
that.
the bookmark, there's a
That's
scroll that's gonna tell you. It's basically the key to everything. If you read that scroll now, issues later, you're gonna be like, "Oh fuck, I get it now."
there's the bookmark for anybody who's.
And it's funny too, man. Like I can't,
So
I can't help but inject humor into this thing.
so
Oh, that
you said that. Well, what was that one exactly?
What's that?
The one that you said about the bookmark and all that.
The Ultra Mega Super Pack.
yeah.
It's all the way at the top. It's like I mean, that's
This one
you get
right here.
you get both copies of the book. You get fucking everything. Excuse my language,
That's all right.
but I mean, my God.
Here's your nom.
Like for the first 24 hours, I had a special where everybody got like $5 off of the box and like $1 off of the comic,
Oh,
and
nice.
I sold a lot of those on that. That's kind of that's how I funded in 13 hours.
Now the other thing is, and this is what a lot of people don't understand with this type of comic book. There's not a lot of ads in these because of the way
You
they're
don't know it.
funded. A lot of the Indiegogo
It's all
comics have no ads.
it's all story and 4 pages of fan art. I got this sick page of the vampire in like this big green background with these flames setting on top of this gargoyle, like a stone gargoyle. It's phenomenal. I need to put that up on the page. And it's done as of right now. All the letters are done. I got like a rough PDF the other day. I almost cried when I read it because like
Oh,
this is my baby. This is my baby.
well, this is going to be the first of many, we hope, um, because it really looks amazing.
It's old school. Like there's a twist at the end. There's like a final page reveal, just like the old EC comics. Like there's like a teaser, and then at the end there's like a preview of the next page, the next issue, and wait till you see that. That's gonna make you want it so much more. So I keep telling people, I was like, you better get it on the ground floor now because, like, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'm only making so many first prints of like the first issue, and it's
Right.
gonna say second printing after that and different covers. And I'm sorry, like the second issue, like if I had enough, like the budget, twice the budget I had, because it's really like a two-part pilot.
Mm-hmm.
So like issue two, like if you get to that, you're gonna be like, oh my god, this is because issue one gives you like a peek inside the like the keyhole, but issue two like breaks the fucking door down into all of this. This whole world just gets crazy. You get into like immortal serial killers and mythological beasts, and it's fucking nuts. Like
Okay.
I'm like proud of myself because like I couldn't stop writing. Like once started, I discovered all this. I was like, well, I'm just gonna make my own. I had an idea, like rework things, trimmed it down, got an editor, found people that could suit my budget with the uh, art, and yeah, it's been a
Oh,
long
let's
crazy
not do
ride.
that.
It's been
Nope. 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 Stop. I hit the button.
I mean yeah,
Yeah.
Furberries is right. Like the trailer sells it.
Yeah. And there in the trailer, it's linked right there on Indiegogo. I do have the Indiegogo link in the pinned comments. Um, be seeing you later, Dexter.
All
Later,
And
right,
Dick.
see you later.
Octo Geisha dropped by. I hope I said that right. And Christine Baker. Hello, Chris.
Hey, what up,
Good to
Chris?
Hello,
see
what's up?
you. Um, so the name of the is it your company?
So,
Yeah, I got an LLC.
how
South
long is this?
River Studios.
How long are you gonna be selling the Ultra Mega Super Pack for?
At the very latest, the end of May.
Okay.
So like I'm already for sure at the very latest, the end of April.
Because I'm looking at buying it, but I'm also
At the
like
very
looking at my
earliest.
I'm also looking at my credit card bill, going, you probably not put almost $100 on this right now.
You can, but
I'm like I shouldn't right now, but when I pay it off this month, I could definitely just tank that $96.
yeah,
So I wanted to make sure it's still going to be available, but like around next month. That way, once I pay my credit card bill
it
off.
will definitely be available. Let's see, by like April 420.
I'm gonna scroll all the way
Nice.
down here
'Cause,
to the
Can
bottom.
you wait till then? Are you good until then?
I'll be good by then.
Yeah.
I literally just bookmark those sites. That way, once I pay it off, I can just go back on my computer, just load it back up, put my credit card in, and just hit pay.
Yeah.
There's the original art pencils. Those are sold out.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want that glow in the dark book.
Oh, it's gonna be dope, man. Like the front.
You said that, and I was like, I want that.
Oh, I didn't even tell you what's on the front of the bookmark.
Like,
Like it's. Listen to this. Like the front of the bookmark is like her eyes, a close up of her eyes, but the green eyes are gonna glow. That's
Ooh.
yeah.
nice. Yeah, like you said that in like a fucking child. I'm like, I want.
I know. I know. Like if you go to my YouTube channel, listen to this. I even I mean with his permission, of course, I clipped it and like they watched my trailer and like it's like this guy like he drinks. It's called A Drink with Crazy. He drinks and
Mhm.
watches comic trailers and campaigns and like he looked at mine and they were just laughing at the trailer. I mean, like they were fucking going crazy. And then at the end, he was like, "That is the best trailer I've ever seen."
Concept art is still open, guys. Come on, somebody
Yeah,
get out
yeah,
there and
that's
get that
based off a
concept
sketch
art.
of mine.
That is cool. Looks like
Yeah,
almost like a
yeah,
cross between Bella and Christopher Lee.
that's actually based off a sketch of me, like a self portrait, like I sent to a guy, the concept artist.
Cool. That is so cool.
And like the if you get like the any of the cards or whatever that the vampire that like that's him, the concept of him. He's
Mhm.
like a Roman vampire. Like it's metal. The card is fucking metal. So
Nice.
Oh
you're getting
wow.
that, bro. Yeah, you're yeah
There's the cards.
Yeah, it like
yeah.
it pretty dope.
Thanks, Dexter. It's only $65. It's only $65 plus shipping.
Yeah, plus shipping, and then apparently it does like a freaking like tip or something like that till
No,
uh
don't give them a tip. Don't give them a tip. Don't give Indiegogo a tip because it doesn't go to me.
Right.
oh, it doesn't go to you. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Set all tips to zero. Set all tips to zero.
Now the other thing with Indiegogo is
Yeah,
they
that makes it a
do
little cheaper.
like unlike like Fun GoFundMe and some of the others, uh, they do make sure that you get what you pay for. Um, it's it,
Bro, shipping is $15. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why I set the rest of the shit so low.
yeah.
Most of the 24 pagers are going for like $15 to $25. So I took it
That
on the chin for a lot of people.
that cover is just
I,
wow.
I'm
It's
I'm
fire, man.
thoroughly glad to see like you've exceeded your like your goal on that. That is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, like it's done. It's done. Like the
Mhm.
book is complete. Like all of these people keep talking about late books and stuff, and I don't have time for that shit.
No, the
I'm
work
trying to
is
get on
done.
to
We're
issue
just
two
getting
because
ready for that two.
if I can get like a couple more G's for real, I'll go ahead and start issue two. By the time like you get issue one, I'll be knee deep into production of issue two, and then we could just fucking skip the bullshit and start streaming a bunch, and I can keep showing off art, and it's fucking awesome. And like I got this other project with it. It's another horror project, and he told because this is like PG-13, like you got
Yeah.
the word asshole and stuff like that, and like there's gore, but like not the extreme gore. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But like the other project I've been kind of like commissioned to do, it is like straight up creep show, fucking
Oh
on
wow.
steroids, heavy metal. Like he told me he was like, "Go fucking nuts. There are no speed limits. Where we're going, where there are no roads."
I like that.
Oh,
So that's it's amazing.
happy birthday, Furberries. I just saw that.
Oh man, happy birthday, bro! And shout out to him, man. He fucking made my trailer. He refined it, made it.
Oh, he's great with video.
He shined it up, buffed it up. Use that high grit sandpaper.
I love the caption on this one. Horrific villains that will give even
Pinhead
Pinhead
nightmare.
nightmares.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this guy here.
We have such sights to show you.
Did you guys watch the latest Hellraiser?
Yes,
Yeah, I did.
I was
Would you guys
actually
think?
pretty much impressed with the way they've kind of gone back to Hellraiser.
Kind of the book. Kind of the book. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
I
I know someone was disappointed that the Hellraiser in this one was a female, but
It's kind of like that in the book.
yeah, but I made the argument. I'm like, look, the original Hellraiser was so good that if you would have cast another guy as Hellraiser, he would have just been living in that shadow the entire time. Casting a woman as Hellraiser, that they gave it a fresh new spin, and she's not going to be living in the original Hellraiser shadow like any other male actor would have been if they cast him as Hellraiser.
well, they
Yeah.
actually did cast a different actor as Hellraiser, as Pinhead, and it didn't go over well. I mean, he did.
No, it didn't. I remember that. I remember that was like a direct. It was not great.
Yeah, it
So
was
my
like two
point's
or
already
three
been proven
movies.
for me.
Yeah.
So
And
I
that
was
was
like,
basically because Doug would not do the script. He said, "This is not a good script. I'm not doing
Yeah,
it."
this is shit. It got a little convoluted there at the
you
end.
know,
Like I didn't watch it. I didn't like
I,
it at the end.
I respect that in an actor who's like, look, the script's trash. I'm not going to do it just to make money.
Right.
Sorry, not sorry.
But
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is
Sorry.
awesome, dude. This is
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I
Like this guy came from a nightmare.
a lot of my stories come from nightmares too. um so comics, and we were talking about this a little bit ago before the show. Comics and horror have had a symbiosis of sorts.
Yep.
Um,
It
there,
actually, I mean, it pretty much gave birth to the modern day superhero in one way or another.
hmm there was.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the Wolfman comics, uh, the early ones. People they couldn't use the word Wolfman because the
Yeah.
critics, or the not the critics, the what's the word I'm looking for? PA?
Mainstream.
The audience,
No.
the
Censors. The
oh,
censors wouldn't let them use
the
that word.
censorship.
And
Okay.
the one of the artists, I think it was one of the artists. It was either one of the artists or one of the writers. His last name was Wolfman.
Oh, Marv Wolfman.
And yep. And he was on that cover and they couldn't take that off because it was actually his name.
Yeah.
So they got around it. You look at the early Batmans. He was a noir detective, um, and it kind of grew out of that. But it was really
I
dark. There's
You had all that old stuff like the EC comics that you had the big three. It was like Vault of Horror,
hmm
Tales from the Crypt, and
oh,
I can't remember the other one.
the
you know, you mentioned Tales from the Crypt. I was like, because I was gonna say you mentioned Creep Show, but you never said Tales from the Crypt, and that was one of my favorite shows growing up. Like I loved Tales from the Crypt. Like man,
the
the
comics
Crypt
were
Keeper
better.
is like is just listen. Listen, the Crypt Keeper was the show. Okay, that's the only reason you watched were for the shitty puns from the Crypt
Yeah.
Keeper because that was funny.
Yeah, the quite honestly, in my opinion, the comics were better.
I bet the comics were
They were
better, but
darker, but they were better.
I bet they were
Yeah.
better, but they didn't have the Crypt Keeper with his corny ass jokes, and they
Well,
might
they
have had him on
did.
the they might have had him on the page, but the voice actor that did Crypt Keeper's voice is a freaking legend.
Yes, yes, I'll agree with that. They did have
Yeah.
the Crypt Keeper, but you didn't get his voice because you're looking for
John
puppets.
Casser.
Yeah. Oh.
Hello, kitties.
That was pretty good.
I know. I know. I do a lot of
Yes.
impressions, man. I did all the voices in my trailer except for the female.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, go to South River Studios if you want more information. Sign up for the newsletter, find out what's going on. There's your link to the Twitter. And yeah, Indiegogo is going to be where you're going to put in to get that comic book.
Yeah, it's I mean, we've been doing pretty good. I've been grinding. I've been out there like I told my dude. I was like out there like a one-legged hooker that hasn't eaten in 3 days.
Oh no!
Gotta do what you gotta do. I've been out there guerrilla marketing like back in the day, like promoting with bands and shit, like flyers, and
Do
I
you
went to like a bunch
remember?
of places.
Do you remember Crystal Comics?
I don't know. I can't remember.
They had
I don't
two
think so.
titles. And for the Deadhead was one. That was the second title, and the first title was Eagle.
House of Mystery. I think that was the other one. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. The EC Comics.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't remember the other,
Hey.
the third one.
I was hooked
You
on
do that
Eagle.
too, huh?
It was driving me insane.
You do that too, huh? Like
Yes, I can't.
You're sitting there thinking of something, and it comes to you, and you just have to blurt it out before you forget it again.
I was like,
Well-
I can't remember what it is. I can't remember what it is. What the fuck is it?
You know, there was a whole set of, I don't know if it was done by Hammer Movies, but they were Hammer Comics, and they had Vincent Price on them and Christopher Lee. And
Oh, that's
Christopher
that's what
Plummer.
I was trying to do, like a faux Vincent Price in the trailer was in a world.
Vincent Price could just talk. That's all he had to do. I swear.
Oh
The
man.
man was.
Like Follow the House of Usher, that's the best Vincent Price Poe movie.
Yeah. The Pit and the Pendulum was really good too.
That's number 2. That's actually number 2 for me. Yeah.
The Oval Portrait was freaky as hell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot all about that.
The
I don't mention that when I start talking about Vincent Price.
Case of M. Valdemar, which I actually, the way I got introduced to that as a big Poe fan, kind of disappointing in my head. We went on a
I've been to
field
his
trip.
gravesite a couple times.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Like I live near Baltimore, not near, but like
Oh, wow.
relatively near. Yeah.
My son used
So
to
you're
live
not
up
far
there.
from me.
Yeah, I mean, I live in Virginia.
My
Hey, I know someone else who lives in Virginia. Nice.
Oh, right on.
my school went.
We have the best beer on the East Coast. I don't give a shit.
My school went to a play, and it
Yeah.
was all Poe. It was 3 Poe plays: Black Cat, Telltale Heart, and the
Telltale
Mysterious
Heart's a good one.
Case of M. Valdemar. And I had not heard of that particular story. I don't know why. I had the collection, so it didn't make any sense that I didn't hear of it. And I just fell in love with it. And I went home and I found my book and I read it. And then I started looking for other ways of other media with it in it. And I found the movie, and I just listened to Mr. Davis narrate it the other night, and I was like, I never get tired of hearing this story. It's what happens if you put somebody under hypnosis right before they die?
Yeah. Off topic, but good question. I got a good question. It's an off-topic question, but it's a good one. With your comic book, it's now that it's released, do you have any intent to go to Comic Cons and maybe try to drum up some business?
Yeah, I mean, I've never been to a convention, but we're gonna see how this one goes, and and I'm gonna print X amount of copies, and if I have any left over, I'm gonna try to take them to a convention and stuff like that. I'm actually taking them to my flyer to comic shops and stuff like that.
Awesome,
Cool.
because I think that would be dope. Especially, it'd be a big, even if you could rent a small space,
You just
drum
get a
some,
table.
Yeah, because
drum some real business up for you. Maybe
maybe
Because
not
I mean, when I didn't if I have a lot left over of the merchandise and stuff like that, of course I'll go there and try to sell it.
I told you it was a good question.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily
Yeah, that's a
like
great question.
Dragon Con and Comic Con, because
No,
they're really
I mean,
big.
I have a
but
couple local ones.
you got local ones.
Any,
There's
Yeah.
Down here we've got CoastCon just happened, and
Yeah.
then
The guy who
there's
did my trading cards, like he is like constant. He's on the road right now. Like he does a lot of stuff for like WWE.
and
Um,
also you could get in HorrorCon, which is
I've been
online.
trying to break into that. Like I don't even know where that is.
I
oh,
will
we
get
can,
you a
bro.
link, bro.
Yeah, we can set you up with
We
that
will
real
get you
quick.
a link.
You're talking to the right people right now for
It's like an
HorrorCon.
online thing. You said?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it's
you're talking to the right
VR.
people for HorrorCon.
It,
And sir, if you do a con near like anywhere near me, and I can get the time to get off, I will straight up drive up there just so I can have you sign the stuff, and I'll see if I
Oh
can.
no, your book's gonna be signed when it's sent to you.
Oh well, I'll still come up and see you because that would be neat.
Yeah,
get
yeah, that's cool.
pictures with
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
That's, I mean,
We can go out.
one of the
We can go out and
biggest.
have a drink. We can go out and have a drink
Yeah,
afterwards.
One of the.
I make beer actually.
Oh
What?
wow.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
of my
that's my other
biggest
hidden talent.
thrills from going to a con, and you would have thought it was meeting Tilk, because I met Tilk and I met
Oh, from Stargate, fucking
yes,
oh my god,
and I met
You know,
I can't remember his name.
Richard Hatch from Battlestar Galactica,
Yeah, yeah, I know Richard Hatch. Yeah,
and I've met some other people as well. I'm not going to name drop everybody, but I met Mitch Faust, and to me, he is one of the greatest artists out there right now.
yeah.
And I got a
it,
picture with him. And that was just, I was
nice.
fangirling like crazy. My husband's
Yeah,
never seen me fangirl. I didn't fangirl for Tilk. I didn't fangirl for Richard Hatch, even though he was the one I liked the most. But
the guy who did Teal'c, he wrote comics for a while too.
yeah,
So
Chris is
speaking of
tall. He is really that
Christopher,
tall.
yeah, Christopher Judge, isn't that his name?
Yes.
Yeah, I love
speaking
Star. Oh my god, I love Stargate. I could talk for hours.
Hey, dark
speaking
little
speaking of
voices.
what up, DLV?
Yeah.
Speaking of cons, I'll still every time if I ever go to a con now, anytime I step in, I'm gonna be super just sad because anybody who's known me for longer than 5 minutes knows that I have a Power Rangers, and with Jason David
Oh, I
Frank's
heard about
passing,
that. Oh my god,
I
I used to
I
have the dragon flute and the dragon. I had all that shit
yeah
when it first came out.
I wanted to meet him, and now like can't.
Yeah.
So I'm like that's just super depressing, and Hasbro's actually um I'm gonna bring out like the Master Morpher that he had, where he could like morph into all
Oh,
of his different.
cool.
Second that thing hits the pre-order, it's mine. I'm like, I don't care how much. I looked at my girlfriend. I'm like, if that thing's $500, I'm pumping $500 down because I don't care. It's not gonna be that much if history is anything to go by. Anytime they've dropped a morpher, it's been like 50-ish bucks.
Well, I mean,
At most, this one might be 80 because it comes with like
Yeah,
five
yeah, yeah.
power coins. But like, I don't care how much is I'm pre-ordering that bitch and it's mine because
Mm.
I was only half joking about this and I'm become serious the more I talk about it. I'm literally thinking about buying mannequins, getting like a green and white Ranger onesie, buying the
Uh-huh.
armor off of Etsy because somebody makes it. It's
hmm
expensive as hell, but someone makes it, and straight up buying the helmets, and then having like two mannequins just dressed up like the white and green Power Ranger just in
Uh,
my house.
I remember when the White Ranger, like that episode came out. Like I watched it a lot, or I mean, whenever it came out the first time,
I
it was
I
crazy.
I slowly become more serious about that idea, and I'm like, because I've done the math, and it's gonna be like around 1,500 to 2 grand to get that done. But it's gonna be it would be worth it to have like literally a mannequin of the Green and White Ranger in my house that I could just show off to people. Most people might be like, "Are you a man child?" And I would answer the question with yes, but
Okay.
also
Uh,
I
all right,
also don't
dark
care.
little voices. You should back this because we're gonna bring horror comics back.
Yes.
And also, welcome to my main man Ray Beeman, aka A Right Struggle. What's going on,
Oh,
And
homie?
nice.
it does sound like that, Ray, doesn't it? Master morphing sounds extremely dirty.
Huh.
You will not bring perverseness into the sacred name of Jason David Frank. I will come to your
And
home
you're gonna tell
in
me
London.
that
In London, I will come to
Uh,
your home and I will kneecap you, Ray.
bro, I
Don't
have
test me.
the original Green Ranger, like the original figure and the Dragon Zord, like the original, all that shit. Like I traded away for dumbness. I
why?
can't remember what the hell I got.
Why?
Because I was older. I'm like, man, Power Rangers ain't cool anymore. Fuck this. And I didn't
Power
know they
Rangers
kept
is
going.
always cool.
Well, I
Yeah, I didn't know
actually
they kept going.
don't like Power Rangers that much, but
I was out after that.
Don't hurt my heart, Mia.
I'm not hurting your heart. I already talked to you about that. Voltron's better.
You're I mean you're wrong, but
Ultron? No, I mean
you're entitled
my
to your
son's a big
opinion.
Transformers fan.
You're entitled to your opinion, even though it's wrong.
I'm
Yeah.
a Transformers fan too. I'm also a Star Blazers. Um,
The Transformers movie, like that one, like the
the
original
86,
animated,
the 86
it is
version.
it is perfection.
Me and that's
It,
that's an inside joke with me and Mia because I despise when people tell someone else their opinion's wrong because technically it's opinion, it's not a factual statement backed by evidence, so therefore opinions can't be wrong. You
Right.
right.
can just disagree with it. So I would never tell Mia her opinion's wrong. I'm just making a
Oh,
joke. Yeah.
I like that one,
The-
Ray. Where's PA? He's been in his room all day, master morphing.
Master Morphin.
I'll master morph right into you, Ray. I got a foot ready to go into your ass.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you for berries. I just I even did not allow my children to watch Power Rangers.
Yo, what up, Big Daddy Stone?
Big
How you doing,
Daddy
brother?
Stone. Hey.
What up? What up?
Every time someone calls him BDS, my brain immediately just puts the M right at the end.
Well, that's like dirty old man Dom.
Mm.
Anyway, we're going to get back out of the gutter. No, we don't ever get out of the
before
gutter. What am I saying?
before we get banned from YouTube,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all I
Before
got to say to all I got to say to YouTube banning me is, "Bring it, bitch! I always come back."
we. So, goodness, the mythicals. Why the name? Why the name? Just
It's almost like a blanket term, like for mutant, like mythological eras. Like I kind of like scooped a bunch of different ones of them, so it's like a blanket term for like what they are, like mutants or uh, metahumans in DC, like something like that.
I like it. I,
But like level M is like the task force that
right.
Nice.
they have.
And the
So
main character is Nancy Moon, right?
Yeah, like I stole that like Freddy Krueger, like Nancy.
Nancy.
yeah.
Yeah, and I gave her like a Cindy Crawford mold.
Mhm.
So what's your writing? Well, like, so do you have like a specific like writing style? Do you have like a routine you have to carry out before writing? Do you have like a set amount of words you
Process.
try to write it? Yeah. Do you have a process? Like I know one of my friends, um, they write, even if it's just dribble, they write at least 1,000 words a day.
Well, no, that's like prose. That's different. Like this is a comic, and some people think it's the same as like a storyboard or like a screenplay. It's really not. So like sequential art is an art form. You have to be able to start at panel one and draw the reader's eye to panel two and all the
Right.
way down, almost like you connecting the dots, right? And then like a
Yeah.
page turn. So all that has to be structured and formatted. So what I do is like if I'm writing an issue, 24 pages, beginning, middle, end, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, and D is like setting up the next issue, right?
Mhm.
So I do that because they're all self-contained adventures that lead into a broader narrative. So you have to keep leaving these threads and these breadcrumbs along. So I'll
Mhm.
write these bullet points. This is what needs to happen in this.
Right.
This is what's going to happen. It's going to boom, 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 boom. And then I'll work it out between these little arcs and scene transitions. And then it's like what I call filling in the blanks with awesomeness. I'll think about,
Yeah.
if you look at my original drafts on the issue, it is hilarious because it's all these little dashes and bullet points. And then like I'll circle something and draw an arrow down to something down later to when I thought of something else. and then I'll be like, all right, number one, number two. It's nobody can decipher it.
So
But
It's
you
it's
can, and that's the only
gibberish.
thing.
It's
yeah, yeah,
gibberish.
but you can, and that's the important part,
And then I'll go
bro.
through and then write it down and format it like with panel one and give a description, and then write the dialogue with each person, so it's almost like a script
Mm-hmm.
because I mean it is a script.
It is.
And
Yeah,
then I read it and make sure, and I tweak it and I make sure everything is to where I don't spend so much on one scene, or I'm like I carry over like a conversation onto the next scene to where that's setting up the next scene. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like it's a
So
word balloon,
To
like there's an
get you.
evil here, and then they show where the evil is, and then we go on to that story, and it leads the reader on through and holds your hand and drags you along.
you know,
Right.
Eh,
I'm I'm also seeing, and this is because I play way too many video games, but I'm seeing also hints of Castlevania esque inspiration,
I played Castlevania when I was a child, but I don't.
especially that cover. The cover, man. Like it just screams like something you'd see in Castlevania.
Yeah, nice. Thanks, man.
Oh, the dark one. Yeah.
Yeah, it just screams
That's
Castlevania to
that
me.
that that's Peter Gilmore's just wow.
Oh yeah, I mean, last night, like him and Mandy, they made some effing money.
But I'm
Like,
glad to see this type of uh this.
starting to fall through the cracks, like because it's been 2 weeks and there are other bigger stuff coming on, but like I set this campaign up. It's pretty tight.
Yeah. That's the one you
It's a
want for
rock.
berries. The mythicals. The black
Yeah. Oh yeah. None blackout.
non blackout. I don't know. I kind of like the booty juice one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean just
Yeah. That's your '90s image right there, like
yeah.
The
early Jim Lee X-Men.
Does the Ultra Mega Super Pack does that come with both of them?
You're
Yeah.
fucking right, it
Yeah.
does, bro.
Nice. I just I didn't look at everything it came with, so I figured it did, but I figured it was worth it to ask as
You
well.
get the PDF
Yeah.
too with the Ultra Mega.
Yep.
And okay, you answered him. I was gonna ask YouTube. Didn't we ban PA last week? PA, you thought you banned me, bitch.
Exactly. I am like a phoenix. I will rise from more chaotic and destructive than before. I'm not a good phoenix. I'm a very bad phoenix.
Yeah, right. That was one of the problems with Castlevania. When as the longer you played it and you got into it, the antagonist kind of turned into a sucky character.
You leave the Belmonts alone.
Hey, I
Uh,
love
I know a guy.
Castlevania.
I know a guy that like that's his name is like Belmont or whatever. Like his YouTube channel, like all he does is like a bunch of Castlevania stuff.
Oh,
And
awesome.
it's pretty big.
I
Listen, the
love
Castlevania
Castlevania.
show Netflix did was fucking great.
Yes, it
Oh yeah,
was.
the uh the music especially.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I just remember the first season when Belmont got kicked in the balls like 3 or 4 times. He's like, no, yeah. All right, this is gonna be a fun ride.
So, what inspired you to start writing?
I don't know. I did a lot when I was a kid and stuff. I just never really pursued it, and I don't know. I just had an affinity for it. I would take movies that I thought were terrible and then write a sequel and like here's how I would do it. Here's how I would do it better.
Yeah,
Here's how you do it right, bitch.
And
I'm kind of
like
doing that with a story.
I was a big like Robert Louis Stevenson fan
Oh
and
yeah.
like the classics like Jules Verne and H.G. Wells and stuff, and just and Frank Herbert like Dune. I love that, and I don't know. I guess I just kept it hidden, and like I had the George McFly syndrome. Like I'm afraid of
Mm-hmm.
confrontation. What if they said I'm not good enough? Uh, but then like I joined the army and had kids, and I have a wife, and like uh, criticism and rejection doesn't matter anymore.
They tell you
Yeah.
you're not
Like
good enough. You tell them, suck it. I'm
yeah,
better
like
than you.
I have over 90 backers, man. Like at least 90 people say I'm good enough. So eat shit.
Yeah, you're being a pun. I know, Ray. I know.
I'm gonna pun my foot right into your ass, Ray.
Hmm.
I didn't turn on StreamYard or StreamYards. I didn't turn on Streamlab today, so sorry guys.
Ugh.
I forgot to turn him on. Yes, I know. Ray is going to take that way out of context, and I don't care.
Uh-oh.
What's your favorite
I,
author?
I,
My favorite author,
You
and
don't.
it's weird. I'm a horror writer. Like I'm a big Charles Dickens fan. I'm a simp for Charles Dickens.
Oh, wait a
Like I
minute.
love that old stuff.
Charles Dickens had some great horror. I
you
mean,
just said you're
seriously.
you just said you're a sim for Charles Dickens. If Ray does not take that out of context, he's not doing his job.
Sorry about that, bro.
But
He's a
yeah,
simp for the Dickens.
Yeah, I mean, like I like the sci-fi stuff. I like Isaac Asimov.
H.G.
Um,
Wells.
yeah, I love H.G. Wells. Like, I mean, The Time Machine's pretty brilliant.
Yes, it was.
Uh,
Especially
Um,
for the time period.
yeah.
well,
I mean, it's pretty badass.
I mean, my all time favorite author is literally J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah. I mean, I do love
Uh,
Fellowship of the Rings.
Great. Lord of the Rings is great. I also really like Christopher, as it's like Panellini. I don't know. I can never
Yes.
remember to pronounce his name, but the Aragon series was great, and he released like a sci-fi book, which was also phenomenal.
Hmm.
I like fantasy, so he literally
Yeah,
his book.
I have a sci-fi project like in the works. Like I'm saying, it's just I'm not just a horror guy. Like
Yeah,
I have layers like onions, I guess, like Shrek
I
said.
don't think
for
any real writer is one kind of writer. I think
Yeah.
a
uh,
lot of us write what we feel like writing at the time, whether it's
yeah,
horror, romance, history,
Right. And I love history too, so
fantasy.
that's in this book too, man.
All right.
It's like it's gonna be a fun ride. Like first couple issues is like the click 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 going up the hill on a roller coaster, and then by the time we get to issue like 4 and 5, you're just like it just doesn't stop. Like you just gotta hold your breath and just like clench your teeth.
Right.
Just take it. Just take it.
You've got a lot of characters in here that harken back to a lot of other characters from the
oh my
past.
god,
Yeah.
I'm
It's
just
really
I'm
cool.
just reading the chat, and Ray says I can't keep up, and then Dark Little Voices chimed with neither could Charles.
Oh my goodness. I love our chat.
But yeah, like the second, like literally the second I saw Aragon was about a boy who becomes a dragon rider. I'm like, I don't need to know anymore. I'm already in.
Yeah. The Aragorn movie wasn't bad.
Oh,
Mm,
we don't we don't talk about that.
I don't know. I've never read the books, so I can't speak on it.
Yeah, you read the books, read the book once, and then watch the movie, and you're just like, this is
yeah.
Yeah,
a hot
people
mess
say that.
of this is
Like
a hot
I feel
mess
like
of inaccuracies.
my son wants to like he's like, "What is that, Daddy?" I was like, "I don't know if you're ready for that."
How old is he?
He's gonna turn 5 in May.
He might be ready for The Hobbit. You could probably read him The Hobbit.
I read
Yeah,
The Hobbit at
he just read.
7,
He's
so
got this thing called a Yodo. It's like you put this like this little box. You put a card in. It reads a book or whatever to him, like when they go to bed at night. So he's been reading or listening to Treasure Island. It's
oh, Robert
Robert
Louis
Louis Stevenson. That was
Stevenson.
a like I
Nice.
mean like Doctor and Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Like his little
Mm,
like I'm a big fan of like just being able to condense a lot of stuff into like this 24 pages. Like a lot happens in this 24 pages. You find out a lot of it. Like your head's constantly spinning. By the end of it, you're just like, oh my god, oh my god,
have
and
you
then you
ever
have to pick up issue 2.
have you ever heard of Edward Gorey?
I don't think so.
So
Okay, he's a writer. He's sort of like Charles Adams. I know you
Okay,
know who that is.
yeah,
Um, I taught my granddaughter her ABCs from one of his little flip books, which actually does the ABCs. Every letter has a character that has something happen to them and they die.
Oh,
And
Also,
she could tell me every single one of them by the time we got through that book like 3 or 4 times. And she was 4 years
also
old.
wow.
So
another book of series I'd recommend for you for you and kid is the Chronicles of Narnia series.
yes,
Oh, bro, we're already there. I'm getting
No,
there.
he's already ready for
Yeah,
that.
C.S.
yeah,
Lewis. C.S. Lewis is another
yeah.
just
We're gonna
fantastic
we're
author.
gonna watch that. I told him right after he turns 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about the book. I'm talking about the books. Like C.S. Lewis, like the movies were phenomenal. I can't even
I wish
handle
they'd have
them. But
kept going. It would have been
They
great,
yeah,
but
keep getting stopped in legal issues every time they get to the Dawn Treader. I don't know why.
I think they made that. They made that one and then they stopped.
Yeah. Um, Another one, Coraline by Neil
Oh
Gaiman.
yeah, I think yeah. Oh,
He's
yeah. I
got
like him too.
he's got a series of actually children's books. Coraline is one of them. They are darker, so you'll have to read them
Yeah.
and see where your child fits into them.
Well, we
Goosebumps.
have this movie. I have a movie that he did. It's called Mirror Mask.
Hmm.
Like I don't know if it was one of
Yeah.
his books, but it's definitely a movie. It's pretty good.
There's
We're
also
just talking about movies.
Jack and the Click Clock or Cuckoo Clock Heart, something like that. It came out about
Mm.
the same time Coraline came out as a movie, and at 4 years old, my granddaughter wouldn't let me stop watching either one of them. Those were two of her favorites. She had to watch it.
For
Um,
some reason, as we're talking about authors of actual books, the Goosebumps music popped in my head, and I'm just like, you're not relevant for this discussion, but you're awesome. So I'm gonna mention you anyways, because Goosebumps.
yes, Neil Gaiman wrote both Coraline and the Sandman series. Coraline was actually written for his daughter.
Oh, I love Sandman.
He's got a lot of books. It's
American Gods is pretty good too.
yeah, and again,
Isn't that
there's
that
that
TV
wide
series?
bridge there where he spans a large number of genres that yeah they tie in together, but they're separate. And I
Did,
think all writers do that.
didn't they make that a series, American Gods?
Yes,
Did you ready to watch it? Was it any good?
it was okay.
I didn't watch it.
I might
Just
watch it
didn't have
just
time
to
to watch
see.
it.
I might watch it just to see if the storyline catches my interest. Because if it does, I'll probably just get the books.
The
Mm,
books are
the books
amazing.
are amazing.
It's I have an omnibus like when it's like a remaster. It's this hardcover slipcase. It's fucking bomb. Uh,
I
you just
honestly,
like Preludes and Nocturnes, like the first 6 issues. You just just can't beat it.
I honestly didn't realize that was a book series. Till you guys start talking about it, and I kind of want to check it out.
Yeah, and then there's a spinoff of Lucifer, which is
Hmm.
good. That was a TV show as well. Nothing
Dude,
like the book.
No.
And
Lucifer,
actually, Lucifer is based off of David Bowie. If you see the
Yes.
very first appearance of Lucifer in Sandman, it's David Bowie.
Yes.
bro, Lucifer the TV show was the actor who played Lucifer just
Oh
made me
yeah,
fall.
he was a treat. He's a treat.
He made me fall in love with that show. I'm like, I don't even care
Yeah,
that if the
me
show's
and my
bad.
wife
This
watched it until it left network, and then like went to Amazon. We didn't watch it anymore,
it's on Netflix actually.
or Netflix, one of the two. But
This
like we didn't
And
have Netflix at the time.
I'm just saying this panel here. I'm looking at it and I keep getting wolf dog or wolf soldiers vibes from it. I don't know if you've seen that. It's in English.
Dog Soldiers.
Yeah, dog soldiers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen Dog Soldiers for sure.
Yeah, that's that
Yeah. There
that.
may or may not be werewolves going forward.
Oh well, there's definitely vampires. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
definitely what looks like a
Yeah.
lich.
so
Um,
on the werewolf note, do you subscribe to the full moon transformation, or do you think that like, or do you subscribe to the ones where they could transform at any during any lunar cycle? Because I know that's a thing that's been
It
coming out
depends on
more.
their age in
yeah,
my world.
in a lot of
Now,
them, that
okay,
is.
with that question being answered, depending upon their age, can the older ones transform a single part of their body and then take it back? Because
Mm-hmm.
that's something I enjoy seeing in like movies and shit, where like a werewolf will super old will just transform their hand into like a wolf paw, kill
Yeah,
someone, and just take it
yeah.
back.
It
You
Well,
also,
know,
in
also,
this one, like
so
mine has like three stages. Like it's like a. You remember like you guys ever heard of like Werewolf the Apocalypse, like that older
yes,
RPG game?
yes,
You
yeah,
have like well in this it's like his human form, and then like he'll have like a mid form. It's almost
the
like what I
lichen.
call like a half wolf. It's almost like Jack Nicholson in the movie Wolf.
I call
It's
that the
like where
lichen form, where they're
yeah, he spends most of his like ass kicking time in that, but like if he really like if he gets pissed off or he really needs to fuck some shit up, he can go full on fucking like
wolf.
the shit from like
full on,
Underworld.
Right.
full on throat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I do
the moon
subscribe to
doesn't
those.
bother him. But I mean that's later on down the road, but like I said, Dark Little Voices, you gotta buy issue one.
Buy issue one. Gotta get one. Gotta
You
get
got
one.
you gotta catch them all.
Gotta
Pokemon.
catch 'em
Yeah.
all. And
You gotta
again,
want it.
I believe. Whoops.
But I mean, I've crafted a pretty fucking good story, like especially from some of the feedback I got before I even started doing this.
So,
What will
character
werewolves be
development.
when
Do
they
you
have somewhere to? What do werewolves wear when they have somewhere to go? Um, they
a
keep a
birthday suit?
they keep a bag available for them to.
Spandex, spandex, all spandex.
Oh,
They Hulk
spandex.
that shit, huh?
Yeah, there's. I've been reading a
He
lot of
wears a
werewolf
lot of
stories,
flannel.
which doesn't make any sense. But oh,
Yeah.
So,
there's the trailer.
Eh,
do you have like for character development? Do you plan everything out ahead of time, or do you kind of
Oh
fly
yeah,
by the seat of your pants?
this whole thing was planned out ahead of time. All 13 issues are uh planned out,
Have you ever
plotted.
had Have you ever had like a plan for a character, and as you're writing it, you're like, oh shit, this character is going in another direction. Oh, time to replan.
Yeah, sometimes they have surprised me.
Yes, sir.
Not in this story, but like I'm writing a story right now, like where became completely different, and I had to change a few things.
I had a character. I was writing a story, and I had a character like he was supposed to be like this genuine nice guy. And as I'm writing it, like the way the story went, he just starts mocking his friends, and I'm like,
Mm.
"So you're an asshole? Got it? Making adjustments now."
Yeah, I'm still kind of in shock over a change that was made. In one of my stories by my characters. Um, I had an idea of the relationship between the two, brother and sister, and no, they're not brother and sister. He's her father. What? What?
Yeah, I changed a lot about my lead character. Like between the story 15 years ago and now.
So this is 15 years in the
So,
They
making.
got,
That's cool.
I'm kind of fly by the seat of my pants kind of guy, and I've learned that my characters kind of just do what they want, and I'm just like, well, I thought I was in charge, but apparently you are.
yeah, sometimes that happens, man.
Yeah. Characters
Believe
have a
me.
life of their own, and they will yell at you if you don't do it their way. Just saying.
Yes, that's true.
Whoops. Wrong. Wrong tab. Come on. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be mean to me. Anyway. Um. I was trying to repost the links, even though they're linked at the top. If anybody wants to go there.
Hey, I know that channel.
Yeah, I know you do. Speaking of which,
He's a good friend of mine.
and he's got a mimicker that's not a good guy. And he's still on YouTube.
Yeah, I realize that bitch is still there.
Okay, there we go. There's the link. If you didn't get it from the top,
YouTube,
there it is in the chat.
YouTube needs to take that twat waffle down.
Yeah.
Need to go eat dinner soon.
All right. Well, we're wrapping it up.
This lady. Yeah, this lady. She's like, it's getting cold. I was like, shut up.
Got to take care
I,
of that spouse credits. You know,
it,
Yeah,
can't get
it,
the
it's
aggro
hard.
there.
Yeah,
it's getting cold. Well, that's how I prefer my food.
yeah.
Actually, it's actually how I prefer my food because then I don't have to be hindered by the heat telling me I need to slow down.
I know it.
All right. So,
I'm, bu- I'm
is
a
there
busy man. I don't have time to be slowing down by burning my mouth being burnt.
is there anything that you want to ask us?
I mean, do you think horror comics like do have a future in the community around here?
I do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, because there's a lot of projects coming out. I can get with you guys offline. I can't talk about it right now.
That's okay.
But yeah, I mean, there's a company I know that like I've been talking with, and like it's what they're talking about is like a game changer.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
nice.
So I just want to let you guys know that uh, I mean, this is an amazing project. Like
Yes,
it's a
it is.
passion project.
And check out his
But
YouTube. I don't have the link to it. I put the link to the trailer in
yeah,
there.
it's just the trailers. I don't do anything. I don't think people want to hear me prattle on about for hours on end.
You'd be surprised, but people,
I know. Like I brew
you'd
a
be
beer, so people were like, "You should do like a time lapse thing, and then like just do like a chat where you're just talking about like
no,
whatever."
Well,
no.
Brandon,
I think for your channel, bro, if you did like a creative process thing, like how you made like the character the comic came to be, the character development and all that after it's already been out for a bit. Like I'm pretty sure people would be more than interested in listening to
yeah.
your
Well,
like.
I wanted to do like an ash can for like issue 2, and it was gonna be like a making of documentary because I have like a bunch of stuff that I didn't
Oh,
use.
cool.
Like I have a cover that's like got characters on it that you haven't even seen yet that like I could use for like a black and white issue, and
It's
just like a
Oh,
like in
cool.
me talking about like here's this character and here's how it came to be and here's how he started and here's how he ended up.
Super,
yeah.
super
People
fun.
people like shit like that.
I'd listen to that. So yeah.
Yeah. And, Brandon Faircloth has this huge, huge world that he's created in his stories. They're all linked together. He's probably got 300 stories. They're all linked together. And he started a narration channel after people were
Huh.
narrating his stories. So you never know what people want. I've seen comics being read, literally turning the pages and showing the page and reading the comic
Hmm.
out loud on
Yeah.
YouTube. So
Yep.
it's there's a million different things you can do to promote your work. I wouldn't say read it personally because you want people to buy it. You want people to
Yeah.
go and
Oh
check it
yeah.
out. But give them a little
Yeah.
hint, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have no I mean if you just watch the trailer you have a hint of it. It sells itself. Like I said, everybody in the chat go watch the trailer. It sells itself.
Yeah. We'll see
It
you,
looks
Raymond.
fucking fun.
Give Jelly Bean our love.
Get your old
Oh,
ass in bed, boy.
I didn't ask Jelly Bean's question. If you were in a house,
Oh,
all the windows and doors are locked. You're completely alone. There's nobody else home, no pets, nothing. And you hear a fart. What is your reaction? Do you laugh or do you get scared?
I probably laugh. I don't get scared much.
I'd I'd ask the ghost politely to next time go to another room and fart because I don't want to smell. I don't want to smell his
Get
stinking ass.
I don't want to
out of my
smell your
face.
stinking ass.
Listen, you're dead. Oh, I'm assuming that smells like rotten death. Okay, I don't want that.
Okay, and well, are you gonna ask him your question?
He said he's gonna gotta eat dinner, so
Okay. Um,
If it's quick, I can
hey, it's quick. So in a world where alligators and humanity,
I think you
You're breaking
You
up a bit.
broke up there for a minute.
I just heard alligators in a world with
In a
alligators.
world where
Mia,
alligators and crocodiles can fly, how does humanity fare?
Not too well. They have to live underground.
Hey, I like that one. Yes, yes.
Because if you know the flying alligators and crocodiles.
Yeah, because next you got dragons, right?
Yeah, that's the closest thing to a dragon.
All
too
right.
close.
We have enjoyed having you with us, Hojo, and
Yeah, it was fun. I wish I could stay longer.
we
Yeah, this
will
was really fun. I enjoyed it.
get you on again later. How's that?
Yep.
Another time.
Yep, that'd be great. Yep. It was fun.
And see if we can get into some other subjects as well. Get you some more ideas from people, finding out about you. That's the
Sure.
important thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um, so this is the Nevermore Collective. It's a place for almost anything. If there's something you want to do on your channel and you want to try it, but you're not sure that it fits, you can do it here. Just get a hold of somebody. PA, me, 242, Raven, obviously, Creepy Clown Girl, Lady Raven, Filia, I'm sure I'm forgetting people, Midnight Researcher, Seraphine, and we can get you started, set up. We have 2 interview shows, Traveler's Tavern and The Grave Matters, and we have gaming shows, we have Cryptid Show, we have some other shows that, yeah, I mean, Geek Show. The Geek Show is the Geek Show. Okay? It is the Geek Show.
The Geek Show.
And you just, you know, we just hang out. We see if it fits. If it doesn't fit, you know, if we feel like we're enjoying it and we want to leave it here, we can do it. If you want to put videos up, we can do it here. Anything you want to do. It's just somewhere that Raven created for us to be able to join the community and be together with the community.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the important thing is being a community and working together. So let us know, because once you join the collective, you may leave nevermore.
Nevermore.
I tried to find a way to justify missing the signs I knew. My hands were tied the moment we met.